They say a single moment can change everything. I used to think that was just a glitch, but now I know the exact second my life split into before and after, and it started with a lunch I never should have agreed to. It was Jordan, my husband, Mason's boss, a man I'd known for years, tall, charming, always a little too smooth but never inappropriate. Until now, he messaged me casually, "You free for lunch? I want to pick your brain about the charity event." Just us. I hesitated, but said yes. It was harmless, right? At the restaurant, he stood up to greet me wearing a crisp dark shirt, sleeves rolled up, tie undone just slightly. He pulled out my chair, his fingertips brushing mine just a little longer than necessary. I ignored it. At least I tried. We talked business for the first 20 minutes. But then, his tone shifted. "You know," he said, swirling his drink slowly, "I've always wondered what it would be like to sit across from you without your husband around." I blinked. "Excuse me?" He smirked. "Don't worry, I'm not drunk, just honest." His eyes never left mine, and I swear I felt the heat in my cheeks, in my throat. "Lower, does Mason know how lucky he is?" he asked, voice low. "Because if you were mine, I wouldn't let you walk around unnoticed like that." Something stirred in me. It wasn't just what he said, it was how he said it. Like he saw through me straight into every place I'd been lonely, ignored, forgotten. When I stood up to leave, he walked me to my car. The rain had started soft and steady. Before I got in, he touched my shoulder gently. "Tell me to back off," he whispered. "And I will," but I didn't say anything. I couldn't. That silence was permission, and we both knew it. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about his voice, the way his eyes locked on mine, how my skin felt too hot under his stare. And when his message came in at 11:42 p.m., I didn't hesitate. "Come by, just talk. I'll pour you something cold." I drove to his condo. My heart beat like a war drum. When I knocked, he opened the door in a black t-shirt, barefoot. Music played low in the background, something slow and moody. He handed me a drink. Our fingers touched again. This time, I didn't pull away. We sat on the couch, too close, legs brushing. He didn't touch me at first. He just looked at me like I was the only woman in the world. "You don't even realize it, do you?" he murmured. "How cruel it is to be this beautiful and so completely ignored." I couldn't speak. Because he was right. Mason hadn't really looked at me in months. He'd stopped noticing when I wore something new, stopped asking how I slept, stopped seeing me, but Jordan did. He leaned in, slow and deliberate, his hand on my thigh, his mouth brushed my ear, and I shivered. "Tell me to stop," he whispered again. Still, I said nothing, because I didn't want him to stop. Our lips met slowly, softly, and everything inside me unraveled. There was no hesitation anymore, only need, and the dangerous thrill of finally being touched like someone meant it. Clothes came off in pieces. His hands were sure, his voice low in my ear, saying things Mason never had, telling me how my skin felt, how I tasted, how long he'd wanted this, and I melted under him. I let go of everything, fear, guilt, reason, all of it drowned in that moment. It wasn't just sex. It was escape. It was a woman starved of affection, finally being devoured. Later, as I lay tangled in his sheets, breathless and shaking, he looked at me like I was fire, something dangerous and completely worth the burn. "I shouldn't have done that," I whispered. He touched my face. "Maybe not, but don't pretend you didn't need it." And he was right. I had needed it, every second of it. But the guilt hit hard the next morning. I stood in the shower, letting the water scald my skin like punishment. Mason texted me, "Hope you slept okay, babe. Big day at work. Love you." And just like that, the shame poured in. I had betrayed him, and yet I couldn't stop replaying the night in my head. The way Jordan looked at me, the way he made me feel, the way I'd never felt with Mason, not in years. Since that night, I've kept it a secret. Mason still kisses me goodbye every morning, still sleeps next to me every night, but he doesn't know that when I close my eyes, I still remember the sound of another man's voice whispering my name like it meant something, and the part that haunts me the most, that even now, I don't know if I regret it, or if I just regret that it's over.